In this lesson, we will learn more about data structures in Python. So let us start with lists. So in a list, each element in a list can be of a different type. And it can also be a list, a set, a dictionary, a tuple. So it can be of any type. So for example, here we have a list 1, and the first two elements are numbers, integers. The third element is a string. The fourth element is a list, and the fifth element is a set. And when we say for x in list 1 and we will print, we will get these elements. So we'll get 1, 2, we'll get the string hello, then we will get the list 4, 5, 6, and then we will get the set 1, 2, 3, 4. So in a list here, we had all kinds of elements in it. In a set, each element can be of a different type. However, it needs to be immutable. So in a set, although it can store elements of different types, but those elements need to be immutable. So what does that mean? It means tuples can be present in a set. However, we cannot add a list, a set, or a dictionary. These are mutable. So list, set, and dictionary are mutable data structures. So we cannot add them to a set. We can only have tuples present in a set. So here we have a set 1. So what does it have? It has two numbers, it has a string, which is fine. Then it has a list and it has a set. Now, can a set have a list? No. Can it have a set? No. So this will give us an error. And the error is that it has mutable values in it. So a set cannot have mutable values in it. So this will give us an error. Here we have another set. So in this, it has two numbers, it has two strings hello and Python, and it has a tuple. This is a tuple 2, 5, 10. So tuples we know are immutable. So this is perfectly fine. So this is a valid set. So we will not get an error. This is a valid set. Dictionary. In the dictionary, the key, we know dictionary is a key value pair. So the key needs to be immutable, which means it cannot be a list, set, or dictionary. It can be a tuple. So it can be of any data type which is immutable. So it can be a number, it can be a string, and it can be a tuple. It cannot be a list, set, or dictionary. Value, however, can be of any type. So it can be a number, it can be a string, it can be a mutable data type. So there is no constraint on the value in a dictionary. So here we have a dictionary. So the key here is a list. Now can a list be a key? No. So this will give us an error. And the error is list cannot be a key in a dictionary. So in a dictionary, a list cannot be a key. So this will give us an error. Now here we have another dictionary. So let us look at the keys. So we have a tuple which is a key and a string which is a value. We have a string which is a key and a list which is a value. And we have a string which is a key and a set which is a value. So now we know the keys are, in this case, a tuple and two strings. So they are all immutable. So this is a valid dictionary. So this is a valid dictionary. So we do not have a problem in this case. In the case of a tuple, tuples are immutable. However, elements in a tuple can be mutable. So although the tuple is immutable, the elements within a tuple can be mutable. So hence a tuple can contain a list, set, dictionary, a tuple, etc. So it can consist of numbers, it can consist of strings, and it can also consist of mutable data structures. So let's look at an example. So here we have a tuple, and this tuple has two lists. This is the first list 1, 2, and then we have the second list which is 3, 4. So when we print tuple tup1, so what do we get? We will get 1, 2, and then comma the second list it has, which is 3, 4. So in this case, there is no issue. Tuple can consist of mutable data structures. Then we are saying list 1 is equal to tup 0. So what is list 1? So list 1 will be tuple 0, which is this value. And so let us just write it down. So list 1 will be equal to 1 comma 2. So this is the value of list 1. And then we are saying list 1 dot append. So we are modifying list 1. So now when we modify list 1 and we append 5, 5 will be appended at the end of list 1. So list 1 will become this. And because list 1 is modified, so what will tup1 look like? So tup1 will now look like this because it has that same list in it. So although tuples are immutable, the data structures or their elements can be of mutable type and we can modify them. So now when we print tup1, what will we get? We will get this tup1, which is 1, 2, 5 and 3, 4. So this is allowed. Okay.